Hey guys, Pete Scholl from Precision Trauma. I want to provide you a little bit of information on tourniquets and what to look for when you're trying to purchase a tourniquet. What I've got here and what most of the tourniquet designs that you'll find on the market today is a windlass design. Remember when you were a kid, maybe you saw the old take a handkerchief, round it, put it around you, twist it one time, put a stick or some sort of strong material in the middle, and then you would tie over the top of it and then just start turning. Well, that's essentially what this design is, okay? Now, a couple things I want to tell you because I've seen some tourniquets out there, and this is similar to a cat tourniquet, which is a great tactical tourniquet. This one in particular is called a Soft T, and they are great combat tourniquets. The reason why they're great is because of the design will allow you to put multiple TQs on your person when you go into combat. It doesn't add that much additional weight. It's not bulky. It's very easy to take out. But again, most of them follow that windlass design, okay? One thing you're going to want to make sure is that the tourniquet that you purchase is made with good components. So obviously the strapping needs to be nylon that's durable, strong, won't rip, tear, or give when you start putting a lot of pressure on this. And then along with that, all of the accoutrement that's attached to it. And then you're going to want to take a look at the stitching. Okay, if you find cheap tourniquets online, there's probably a good chance that one of those items that I just listed off is probably not going to be done correctly, okay? You can't see it on here, but there's a lot of very fine stitching that needs to be done on these tourniquets to make sure that they function properly and that they perform when they're needed to perform, okay? Now, even something as simple as this is where the windlass locks into, okay? And again, there's going to be a tremendous amount of pressure. And if this isn't done right, if this isn't designed right, then it could slip and allow the windlass to come undone and then allow the person that's suffering from hemorrhagic bleeding to bleed out. The other thing is you got to think about all of these little parts here where there's a lot of stress going to be put on these. So, you know, these are metal and there's a good reason because again, there's going to be a lot of pressure that's being put on this. And then one of the other components that tends to give way is the windlass. Now, if you look at this as you twist it, there's actually going to be a lot of pressure that's put on just that little part in here. And they have a tendency to give way or the actual rod itself will crack. Again, this one's made out of metal and the chances of it breaking are 0, okay? The other thing that I look at, especially if you're going into combat, you're not going to be too worried about the ligature or the strap material. But I would point out that, you know, in a civilian environment where you can afford to have a little bit wider band, you're going to want to do that, okay? So the one that we designed at Precision Trauma, the one that I would like to recommend to you is called the tourniquet, okay? So I'm going to pull it out real quick and show you. I just kind of reconfigured this in. This is an old regimental IFAK kit that I had, and so I just put this in there, and that way I can throw it in my little go bag when I go out hunting, or just throw it in the back of the car just to have it just in case, because again, that's why you want a tourniquet. You want it to be available when you need it, okay? So